Don't just settle on one internship. Instead, apply for several different ones that fit with what you're looking for, because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Welcome to the Workforce Link podcast, where we're offering forward-thinking conversations for the workforce, linking employers and job seekers to a brighter tomorrow. I'm your host, Sunday Jo Graham from the Central Workforce Development Region, and I am happy to be back with you for another episode today. Is college education enough to land you a job? Some say yes, others say no. Unfortunately, more companies require internship experience to get your foot in the door these days. And on the podcast today, we will talk about some practical ways to get the internship you want. Before we dive in, though, I want to quickly remind you to share this podcast with friends, neighbors, coworkers, fellow students, and anybody else who might come to your mind. The more you spread the word, the more we get to help others. And if I haven't said it already, thank you in advance. All right, let's dive into today's episode on how to get an internship. Internships are a great way to gain valuable experience and make connections in your desired field. So as I said, it's a great way to get your foot in the door and potentially land a job after you're done. So the first thing you want to do is figure out what kind of internship you want. Determine what skills, qualifications, experience that you need to be successful. And don't think that you have to apply for every opening because you want something, okay? Instead, look for something that fits in your wheelhouse. What skills do you have? What are your soft skills? What are your hard skills? We discussed soft skills in episode 3 of the podcast, and we discussed understanding hard skills in episode 6. And I will share the link to both of those episodes in the notes below for you. But your degree also comes into factor here, right? What career fields match up with your major? What kind of experience do you have right now? What role has it prepared you for? And then what about your interests? Though not every job or internship is always perfect and always fun, you still want to find something that you're going to enjoy, right? So think of a few different career fields that you're interested in. Then search for related internships. Now, what if you don't have any work experience yet? That's okay. How are you going to get your dream internship? That's okay. You might not right away, and guess what? That's okay. Find something to help you get started, and you can always move into something better later. All right, number 2, do your research. So once you've narrowed down the type of internship that you would like to pursue, start researching potential employers. Check out their websites, read news articles, reviews, things like that. What's their mission? What are their values? Is it something that you can see yourself fitting into? Visit job sites. Use your college career site. Many colleges actually offer career fairs, and Missouri has a database for internships at mointernconnect.com, and I will share the link to that below. Use your network. Nothing beats a personal recommendation, right? Who can help you get your foot in the door? Friends, family, colleagues, classmates, professors. Don't be afraid to ask them if they know anybody hiring. Research the company on LinkedIn and connect with other employees. Ask them questions about the culture, things like that. Then start building a relationship with them and see if there are any openings that they recommend. And don't hesitate to just reach out directly to the company. Write them a letter of interest and tell them what degree you're pursuing and how you think an internship with them would be a good fit. Don't hesitate to reach out. And you can also visit your nearest job center for assistance too. They may already have an employer in mind that they can connect you with. Or, if you tell them what you're looking for, perhaps they can reach out to that specific employer and help you get a personal connection. All right, number 3, get your resume in order. Make sure your resume is up to date, okay? And as we've talked about on this podcast multiple times, don't just create a cookie cutter resume, okay? Make sure it's tailored for each position that you apply for, each position you plan to apply for, okay? This is where you will include specific skills relevant to the internship you're applying for. And we talked more in depth about this in episode 13 of the podcast, and I will share the link below for you. Make sure in your resume you highlight your extracurricular extracurriculars, your awards, any sororities or groups that you're in. Make sure you share your GPA if it's really good. If it's really low, you might not want to share it. And don't forget also to add a cover letter to that resume, okay? Let the employer know why they should hire you, what you offer, your skills, etc., right? This is your opportunity to brag about your accomplishments without looking full of yourself, okay? And again, we talked about this in episode 10 of the podcast, How to Write a Cover Letter Worth Noticing. So if you want to go back and learn just how to do that, I will share the link below for you. Are you looking for career training without even having to leave the house? Good news for you. We've recently launched the Career Club, a virtual work experience for job seekers ages 14 to 24. Here's how it works. We assist you with job seeking skills, personal management skills, meeting employer expectations, money management principles, good work habits, and more. After training is complete, you'll receive job placement, allowing you to implement your newly developed skills. And here's the cool part. You get paid while you learn. That's right, you'll receive $13 an hour while participating in the virtual training, with a possible transition to a higher wage upon job placement. This is an exciting opportunity to earn while you learn. To sign up or learn more, visit cwdregion.com/career club. That's cwdregion.com/career club, or you can find the link in the show notes below. All right, number 4, apply for the job. Now is the time to send that resume in, okay? Make sure that you read the job description carefully. And again, make sure your resume is tailored to that specific description. Follow the instructions that are given in that description, okay? And send any necessary documents that they request. For an example, if you're applying to a newspaper, let's say, guess what? They may want some writing samples, right? So don't just settle on one job. Okay, apply for several different ones that fit with what you're looking for. You don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket, right? Okay, number 5, prepare for the interview. So don't wait, I repeat, don't wait until you're called in for the interview to get ready, okay? Start preparing now. Practice answering some questions. You know, what questions do you want to ask? Because you always want to ask questions. We actually discussed this in episode 38, 8 questions every job seeker should ask in an interview. And once you get a call for an interview, start researching that company. Dive in, try to learn as much about that position as possible, okay? And then keep practicing. Talk about your skills. Talk about your experience. List the questions that you want to ask. All right, number 6, follow up. So after you've interviewed, follow up with a thank you note or an email. And when I say thank you note, I mean an actual handwritten thank you note, okay? If you've listened to this podcast for a while, you know I talk a lot about this. It adds personal value that it doesn't come across any other way. And this is going to show the employer that you're serious about the position and give them one more chance to remember you, okay? And again, if you need assistance finding the right internship for you, don't hesitate to reach out to a job center near you, okay? We have a staff who would love to help you do just that. All right, let's do a quick recap of what we have covered today. Number 1, figure out what kind of internship you want. Number 2, do your research. Number 3, get your resume in order. Number 4, apply for that internship, that job. Number 5, prepare for the interview. And number 6, follow up. All right, so good luck getting the internship you want, and don't give up. I repeat, okay, don't give up if it doesn't happen immediately. Keep moving forward in the right direction because the right internship is out there for you, okay? All right, that is it for today, my friend. If you have enjoyed today's episode, would you mind sharing it with someone else that you think could benefit? And head on over to wherever you listen to this show. Let us know what you enjoy about it, okay? It means a lot to us and helps us stay visible so that others can find us easily. All right, have a great week, and we will meet again in the next episode. Until then, remember this: there's always a brighter tomorrow if you're willing to find it. The Central Region Workforce Development Board Incorporated and COPIC are equal opportunity employers and programs. Auxiliary aids and services are available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Missouri Relay Services at 711.